Alright, this is the oil pan, obviously. It is dry fitted. The reason I have done that, again, is to make sure everything is going to go together. Also, the seal at this end is cork, and it is extremely, what shall I say, tight. Hard to crush down. I really had to put some pressure on these bolts, which I didn't like doing because of the pan being aluminum, but I've got it down and I've let it sit there for 2 days now, so hopefully it's squeezed the gasket. I will now take it off, put the new gaskets on there, which are over here. These two beasties, they're exactly the same, but obviously one goes one side, one goes t'other. And use good old ultra black, and making sure that I put some over the rubber seals. Again, not really necessary. I'm just trying to stop any kind of leak. And where the rubber seal meets the paper seal, I'm going to put a dab of sealant there, which will probably squeeze out, and then I'll have to clean it up a bit. I shall try and do my damnedest to make sure it doesn't go inside. Now, time to take this off and put the sealant on, and then put all the nuts and bolts back on. And in case you're wondering, yes, all those bolts and nuts, come to that, are brand new stainless steel. So they should always continue to look good. And I guess the only person that's ever going to see them will be me and the next owner or mechanic that works on this car, if it's not me. Oh, also I put the little pointer on. Kind of strange that this pointer has slots, so it can move, which I don't like. And also I'm going to make the tip white so that it helps when I'm actually timing the engine when it's all together and in the car. Alright, let's get this thing off. Alright, the pan is now off after the dry fitting. Now it's time to make sure both surfaces on the pan and on the block are clean, especially over the end main seals. Once that is done, then it's getting messy time. So some nice brake cleaner. Give these a good clean. And as I mentioned, particularly over there, where that gasket and that seal meet, I want to make sure that's nice and clean. Also take this opportunity to give it a one last look over to make sure that every bolt is tight and that you have done everything you possibly can by bending the tabs over, looking at everything. Sit there, look at it for a few minutes. It does no harm. Should also make you feel pretty good that you've got this far. I'm going to clean that off of there, that little piece. Hopefully you can see that. The camera's at the right angle there. Clean this off here. I'm going to clean that all the way off because I want to make sure I get a good seal, or at least do my damnedest to make sure I get a good seal. I'm never perfect. Don't ever think you're perfect. You can think you're good. I'm good. I'm really good. But am I as good as I can be? That is always debatable. You never know. There's always room for improvement. All right. Oh, someone did ask the question on the comments if I was going to use the grip tool in the pan itself, and the answer is no. I'm not doing it in the pan. I'm doing it in the cam covers and in the block, and also in the cylinder head, because that's where the oil lands and I want it to flow straight back to the pan. I just believe that's the best way to do it. You may disagree, and you can do obviously what you like with your engine, but that's how I'm going to do it with mine. Alright, time to get gooey. Alright, it is time to get messy. Now I'm not going to bore you guys watching me goop up the whole damn thing, but just wanted to show you here and here, extra thick blob. And the reason I'm doing this first is being extra thick, it'll take a long time for it to set. And I'm going to do the same here, which is where the paper gasket will meet the cork gasket. So just wanted to show you that. And now I'm going to make the rest of it gooey. I've already been over it all and checked everything, and it's all good, as they say. So let me get on with it. You can get on with your life, and I'll show you when it's all back together. I just wanted to add one more bit before I sealed it up. What I do is I go around and I put the blobs of gasket sealant on. The reason I do blobs is because if I smeared it straight away, it would dry out quicker. So now I've got the chance to go around without it all drying up. So now I've got to rush and get the rest of this done. Right, now we come to the fun bit. Alright, let's get these babies on there. Start with the nuts. Finger tight. These two. Hopefully this is the last time I'll see the inside of this. Now, one thing to note, in this corner here, with this bolt that goes through here, you have to make sure you've got your special short one. Now I've marked mine with a yellow dot so that I know which bolt came out of there. And the rest of them, they're all the same. Alright, let's get to it. I'm going to turn the video off now, you don't want to see me putting in all these damn bolts. Alright, bolts are finger tight. Now, as you would do with the cylinder head, start in the middle, opposite, work your way around in a circle, getting further and further out. So that's as close as I can get to the middle. That one. Okay. Right, you get the idea. All right, it is done. The oil pan is on. I must admit I couldn't find a torque setting for the oil pan bolts, but looking at this pan, it's a good strong aluminum pan, so I did it by feel. As you can see, some of the gasket sealant is oozing out, and that is fine. I will be cleaning that up tomorrow when it's dry. Yep, look at that. That's a beaut. Alright, and so tomorrow, once it's dry, I'll clean it all up, and then I'm going to put the housing on here, I think. Maybe not, that might be a little awkward when I'm putting the engine in. In fact, what I'll probably do is test fit it, see. I got a feeling it sticks out a long way, so I probably won't do that. I'll put on these brackets, I'll get those on there, and I'll probably put these brackets on because I've got to put the transmission on anyway. But I got the valves to do before then, and unfortunately because of this cronies virus I can't order the valves that I need, which is really bloody annoying. So gotta wait now, unfortunately. Not that I've got the vehicle here to put the engine in, but I'd just like to get it finished. Right, next will be, I'm going to find these brackets in my stock and get those fitted, and find these mounting brackets and get those fitted. Oh, and I'm going to put the damper on as well, get that on. And once I've done that, I'll turn it over. But as I said, I won't be cleaning it up until tomorrow. But I think I'll probably post this video in the not too distant future, and I'll try and get the numbers right. Sorry about that, guys. On my previous video I said it was 29 when really it was 28. My mistake. But one of you kind gentlemen did actually ask me where 28 was, and that was when I looked and realized my mistake. So sorry about that. All right, let's get those brackets and get those put on. All right, we are now progressing here. I have this little collar that has to go on to the shaft. I've got a new Woodruff key in there and a new one in there, and you put it on this way round. Okay, a slight tap and she is on. Next is to put the damper itself on, again lining up the keyway. Keyway in this case is underneath, so it should be relatively easy to find it, he says, and there she goes. And again, little tap, just check behind, make sure nothing's touching, good. And then this freaking great big bolt. Ah, stupid boy. Some Loctite. And just in case it has to come off again, I am using blue, which is a medium strength one, and then we'll just torque it up. I'm not sure what the torque is yet. I'm going to look that up, and then we'll get this baby in here. Okay, look at that. Ah, and what am I missing? I know what I'm missing. And trouble is, take that out, Gary. You stupid ass. Yeah, see, sometimes I'm so keen I want to get things on. I'm missing the pulley. I better go find that. That's in my store. Alright, so I'll be back. Let me go find the missing pulley that goes on there. Otherwise, I'm not going to be driving anything. Okay, this is going to be the end of this particular video. Just wanted to show you these items here. The water pump pulley. Now obviously there's no bolts in there yet. I've got to take a trip to my local hardware store and get some more stainless steel bolts, and also this crank pulley. Now with the water pump one, I probably won't be finalising that because the fan goes on it, I believe. Yes, and also this pulley, jockey wheel pulley, that also has to be fitted. And I was going to say, if memory serves me well, which it probably doesn't, I think it's over that side, and of course it could be over that side. I have to look it up. It's a long time since I put one of these engines together. So just wanted to show you that. That's the end of the video. This is going to be part 29, and I'll show you next with this being done down here, and the gonna have to coat that somehow, that locking tab, this tab here, gonna have to coat that in something. Don't know if I want it in black. Maybe I want it in something else, maybe in silver, that way it stands out. Why do I want it to stand out? Hey, I like doing things like that. Okay, that's the end, guys. Catch you on the next video.